Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna do a quick response to this video of 19%. Um, I look like absolute shite right now because I just got back from a very, very, very long float trip. We went on a float trip yesterday. We were supposed to only go on like a 4 to 5 hour float trip, and we went on a 10-hour float trip. 10 hours. We got there at noon, got on the river by 12:30, and didn't get back to the river place to our cars until 10:30 that night. Oh my god. As you can see, I'm very burnt, which I could probably turn. Do you see that? Yeah. That's like down to my nipples, and then for some reason I'm not burnt on my stomach. And then of course where my bathing suit was is pale, but then like from the end of my bathing suit, like my knees down to my ankles is like scarlet red, and then my feet are fine. It's weird. So things that I think are gross, and everything I say is going to be based on the float trip yesterday because there were a lot of gross things yesterday, like river water. We go on float trips quite often. Well, not often, but enough that I recognize this every time I go. And river water is disgusting. Like, it's so gross. Like, you don't have a clue how many dead things are in it or how many toxic chemicals have been dumped in it. And then you see, like, those weird films, like, at random points through the river. Not all over, just at random points. And you're swimming in it and it's all over you, and you stop and think every now and then, like, what exactly is on me? And that's just, oh, it's so gross. Especially, like, when you accidentally, like, get or when someone like pushes you in the water and you have your mouth open and it gets in your mouth, and then you're like, dear God, did I just catch hepatitis C or something? Ew, it's gross. And then people who wear swimsuits that are a size too small, that's gross. Because especially from the back, and they have like crack showing, and it's like, are you a plumber? Or do you just not know how to shop for a bathing suit? The other thing that's gross is people who um, think that because they're on the river, the best thing to do is just to throw up over the side of the raft. That's gross. Um, Especially when there's no warning, so it's like you're expecting to just talk to a person, you turn to talk to them, and they're sitting there throwing up, so you have to see it. That's gross. Um, People who think that they should hide themselves by wearing like a shirt or a wife beater over their swimsuit, and then they get wet and this t-shirt or the wife beater hangs to them, so it shows everything off anyway. That's gross. Um, Girls who decide to wear a full face of makeup on the river, first time they get wet, it starts to run. The second and third time they get wet, it just goes all over their face, and they end up looking like cheap whores on the side of the road. That's gross. Hair after, like, I haven't showered yet, so my hair is just gross. I hate it so much. Sunburns, gross, because you have to think about the fact that your skin is actually burnt, so it's like you're a walking burnt piece of meat. The smell of some of the things out on the river, that's gross. Um, People who bring food on rafts for float trips, and the food gets wet and no one throws it over the side of the boat, so it just sits in the bottom of the raft with all that water, which I don't understand how water gets into a raft in the first place. Like, I know we're getting in and out of the water, but there's not that much water on us, so I don't understand. Anyway, there's food and it gets soaking wet at the bottom of the raft, and it just sits there and it gets nasty, and then the water turns colors, and you're just like, ew. I don't want to put my foot in the bottom of the raft where my shoes are sitting. I don't want to put my shoes back on. You don't want to touch anything that's in the raft because it's just, oh, it's so gross. And there was a bunch more things I was going to say, but I really have to get ready because I have to finish packing and then start moving in the next hour and a half. So you guys probably won't hear from me for another day or two, maybe longer, because I have to move to my hometown and get settled in, and yeah, so I don't know how long it'll be before I log on again or do another response or do another video. But yep, so hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to play a game, post a video response down, I think it's like down here somewhere. Click a video response and then upload or record a video, and tell me what you think is gross. It's a fun game.